See, what happens is you come into a store like this, you just grab your coffee, and you got to take your time. You know, you don't rush it. This is not like, you know, your traditional, your typical retail store.
Take your time.
You take your time.
Taking my time.
You
know? Time. Time is running out on Brandon Marshall's playing days. But over the course of his prolific career, Marshall is the only player in NFL history to make the Pro Bowl with 4 different teams.
Looks left, throws left for Brandon Marshall, at the pylon, makes the catch, that's a Jet touchdown!
But the new New York Giant has himself set for life after football. He's a philanthropist.
And it starts with us, as adults, as parents, to stop smoking in front of our children, cursing in front of our children, drinking in front of our children.
A broadcaster.
So for me, that's disgusting when a team makes it to the playoffs and they talk about breaking up the team. It is so hard to make it to the playoffs. It's really hard, and I know that firsthand.
And now, an antiquer.
My wife bought me one for Christmas 3 years ago. Look how amazing this is.
It's beautiful. And you get like real satisfaction when you hit the keys.
Yeah. What happened if you wrote me a letter?
You want that?
That's magical.
Okay.
For you and me. Like
sure.
If you received that, come on.
All right, tell me about antiquing because I've never been to a store like this, and apparently you come all the time.
I love, like, you know, that era, like the 40s and 50s. And I would say that's where, like, I draw a lot of my inspiration from. Like, it inspires me. You know, it kind of takes you back in time.
How about that hat?
Yeah.
It's a good hat.
Great. Great hat.
That's a solid hat. Oh, and there's even a feather in the side. You should get that for Cam. Mail that to Cam.
I'm speechless.
Oh, hey, girlfriend.
My wife have a few vintage pieces. See? Look at this.
Give me this. Yep, I think I might be coming around to the whole antique thing.
See, that's beautiful, and it fits you well.
Rare.
That's it. Cameras.
Oh, shoot. Do you have old cameras?
No, but I love them.
What? I'm not gonna.
You're not gonna touch them?
Nope.
This is pretty cool. This is sweet.
That's awesome. You look like an old school press photographer. Like, hey, see, let me take a picture.
With a cigarette in my hand?
Yeah, exactly. And like a little card in your hat for whatever reason. Yeah.
Oh.
Did you just take a picture? They're not antiques yet, but I imagine you have some things that you've collected from your career that later will be antiques.
Yeah.
Like jerseys or balls. Do you have any particular?
The first thing that comes to mind is I wanted to wear Air Force Ones on the football field. And Nike didn't make Air Force One cleats.
Yes.
So I made it myself.
What?
So basically what I did is I bought a fresh pair of ones, as we call them, and I took a Reebok sole and I pretty much glued them together. I wore them, and I actually had 18 catches that game.
In a game, you wore cleats that you glued onto the...
Yep.
Looks left, throws left, Marshall has it. Brandon Marshall, 18 receptions for the Broncos.
The record is 21. It was #1.
I would have guessed you.
I didn't have on Air Force Ones in that game. That was against the Colts.
Morton throws, Marshall, touchdown Denver! 20th catch of the game. It ties an all-time NFL mark.
So Brandon Marshall breaks the NFL record with 21 receptions on that catch.
Of all the quarterbacks you've played with over the years, who did you have the best chemistry with?
Probably on the field, Jay, and even there was times off the field where it was Jay.
I don't listen to him.
You don't? I have some great ideas.
Sure you do.
It got to a point where he would look out there or I would look in and we kind of see what each other was seeing, give a nod, and we'll just do it.
Snap to Cutler looking left. Cutler throws. Back shoulder. Fade. Touchdown! Jay had trust in Brandon Marshall that play. It was faith in himself, but it was trust in Brandon.
A lot of guys say when they've been in the league for a while that the game starts to slow down. It starts to feel different. They see it differently on the field than they did when they first got in the league. Have you had that happen to you at all?
Yeah, I've probably been in that phase of my career probably since 2013. Is when the game really just slowed down and I really understood why our coaches were asking us to do what we were doing. So I don't know how much longer I have in that season, but that season is special. That's where we see guys really take off from being good to great.
It's beautiful.
Was that magical?
Yeah, and you also just said that you're going from good to great, which was a really nice humble brag, but I caught it.
You caught that?
I caught it.
Well, I already think I went to good to great. Now I'm at built to last.
So since you love antiques, I feel like you must think that some things get better with age. Do you feel like maybe that applies to yourself?
I see how you did that, because I'm a 33-year-old receiver.
Which,
you know what?
to be fair, is not old at all in the real world.
Only if you take care of it. How do you treat it? What kind of condition is it in?
Yeah.
Is it conditioned?
Do you know how many catches you are away from 1,000?
Now I do.
Do you know how many touchdowns you are away from 100?
Now I do.
How many?
I think I'm at 82. The reason why I know this is, well, I said, I'm gonna play 2 more years. So I have these goals in mind that I'm not gonna tell you. So I sat down and saw where I was, and I said, okay, the first goal is I wanna win 1 Super Bowl before I'm done. And I was like, okay, when I leave the game, I wanna have X amount of catches, X amount of touchdowns, because I feel like you need that. You know what I mean? If you don't know where you're going or what you want to accomplish, you're just all over the place. So
what's the number for your goal?
It's going to take a lot to get to where I want to go. Did I answer your question?
Nope, still didn't. No. Marshall and the Giants are off to a rough start. But he's been around long enough to know the NFL season is a long one. Will he achieve the goals he set for himself? Only time will tell.